In part 2 of how to solo in jazz, I will give you an example of all of the different devices we discussed in a Dizzy Gillespie solo, and then I'll demonstrate it on my own. So when you're playing, there's a few different things that you can use, and switching back and forth the devices that you'll find that will help you out, and I'm going to highlight them as I do them in a chorus here. The first one is blues. Never get too far away from the blues. You can put it in almost any song. The second thing is your stock licks. Your licks, the licks that you've taken off other people's solos, especially at a fast tempo. You're not going to be able to play everything note for note out of your imagination. You're going to have to rely on licks. The parts where you just sing and you try and come up with a catchy melody all on your own. Those are very hard to do, and if you do that too much, you'll find yourself dragging after the beat. Falling back on the melody. Never stray too far from the melody. Take that with a grain of salt, but you can always throw it in there to center things. And you'll see Dizzy do this too. A repeated figure adds a lot of excitement, and all the great solos do it. Don't feel like, it's too basic for you to do something like for like a chorus. All these guys do it. All the greats do it if you listen. It should be very interesting rhythmically. It should be very percussive, but that's part of the solo. And then most of your regular music, like in any kind of music, is arpeggios and scales to lead from one chord to the next. Especially if you're playing solo, you have to do a lot more arpeggios and scales because you don't have a lot of backup to reinforce where you are. Something like All the Things You Are lends itself to that. You can actually build a pretty nice solo out of that. Just arpeggios and scales. And the last thing you have to remember is insert rest. You don't have to fill up the whole daggone song with notes. So I'm going to play a solo over All the Things You Are now and highlight each different motive somewhere on the screen.